This is how System Shock 3 should start. It is 1 year now after the Von Braun is launched, and a nameless hacker is trying to hack into Trioptimum, trying to find out more about this ship. However, he is caught, and before police officers reach his door, he bolts out of his house and runs across the rooftops trying to escape. But at that moment, the Von Braun, covered in flesh and wreathed in fire from re-entry, is crashing into the middle of the city. And all of the Trioptimum soldiers and also police officers from the UNN all head towards the ship. He goes over to investigate, since it is actually rather close to his house. And he sneaks in using his PDA. But while he is inside, investigating halls of the Med-Sci section, the empty Med-Sci, the elevator, which seems to be one of the few things running, turns on and opens. And he sees a soldier with cybernetic implants that looks towards him and opens fire. He runs around the corner trying to dodge the fire, but this figure is just continually chasing him. He heads through a door or closes it off, but he just blasts through it. He's like a cybernetic tank, just whirling past. Finally, he's able to loop his way around and get back to the elevator. But as he gets in the elevator, the figure is down the hallway, and the the Trioptimum soldiers had followed him. But they're now shooting at the figure. And the main character hides in the elevator and sets it to the lowest floor, trying to get away. But something happens halfway through, and the elevator just keeps going down. A lot farther than it should. It opens up and he finds out that the entire bottom of the Von Braun has been scraped away in the crash. And he's now in the basement floor of the Trioptimum building that the ship had crashed into. And an unknown computer is trying to hack into his PDA. He can't go up because of what's there. He can only go down in hopes he can escape. Well, that's how I think it should start. Of course, we have no idea what's going on with his PDA yet. But I was thinking that would be a great way to have an interface already set up. That would be where his HUD would be, his a voice that would help guide him, a lot like Polito, but it would actually be the voice of the computer in his PDA. Help for a lot of the dialogue because he doesn't have any. And yeah, I want the soldier, i.e. the main character from the second game, to actually be controlled now. I mean, it would definitely be a surprise to walk through old, abandoned, and empty as usual Med-Sci and suddenly see this guy chasing after you. Fully equipped, fully armed, as dangerous as the last moments of the second game. And he's out to get you, and he's mindless. He's more machine than he used to be man. And then through this whole disaster of getting chased by the soldiers and him, you end up going through the Von Braun and having to go through the building it crashed into. You're of course going to have to deal with Shodan, the super soldier, and whatever secrets you find down there. And I think this could be a great way to start it. Because I honestly hope it's not, oh, a missile hit a space station. The missile was from the Von Braun and it carried a flash drive that had Shodan's memory in it. And it infected the AI on this space station. And now it wants to kill and destroy. Oh god. But if my hypothesis is anything to be correct, then all of these Bioshocks that are going to be made could chronologically lead up to System Shock. So come on, 6 Bioshocks. Look at the time frame it's in. I think we could have a lot of time passed in 6 games. With the 6th one either being a precursor to a remake of System Shock 1 or an actual new remake of System Shock 1. Well, anyway, guys, this was a one-off. I've been thinking of this opening for a while now, how it should start. I have the whole thing written down. I could go into detail, but considering the fact that the game would start out with something, it would be something short. If I write about it, it would contain way too much detail, when in reality, it's basically just 5 minutes of watching a guy jump away from his computer, run across a few balconies, into the Von Braun, but the most cinematic would be the Von Braun hitting the city. Just like in the way the part of the ship hits the tunnel when you're in Bioshock. It would be like that, but just fire. But from a distance, actually. But you'd still feel the shaking. Yeah, I think I've rambled enough. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I am working on more videos. It's taken a lot of time. Tell me, how do you guys think System Shock 3 should start? Do you agree with my idea? Do you think it's stupid? Do you have an idea yourself? Tell me. I want to hear.